Good morning, Crossroads students. How are you guys doing? You can't answer that, but I assume you're doing good. What's up, Ryan? How are you?
Hey, how you doing, Andrew?
Good. So, Ryan, I got to be honest. This is like a new level of technology for me. Recording,
This is insane.
Isn't it weird? Like, we're recording together live, but in different houses and with different cameras. Like, this is weird.
It's nuts. This is like FaceTime, like to the extreme.
That's so true. Yeah, that's true. Except you
awesome.
actually get audio when you record.
That's
For some
true.
reason, FaceTime.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to? Yeah.
Yep. I
Have you
don't
ever
know
tried to
why that
screen
is.
Record a FaceTime. It just doesn't work.
Imagine the memories you miss out on by not being able to record, like,
Dude, I know.
audio on that.
One
This is
time
crazy.
I wasn't home,
Mm-hmm.
and Jono decided to come to my house, thinking that I was home to scare me. And he literally walked into my basement because it was unlocked and hid in my bathroom and FaceTimed me. And I started screen recording because I wanted to remember the whole thing. Then come to find out I wasn't there. He was like stuck in my bathroom. My mom was like in the basement. He didn't want to
Oh
scare
my
her.
gosh.
It was like this whole thing. But I wanted to have a memory of it. But exactly, I tried to screen record and I didn't get any audio. So
That sucks.
that was kind of a bummer.
Why is that a
Yeah.
feature? I guess it's to protect people. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't get it.
So, you know what's crazy is, like, the fact that we're doing this right now just proves how much has changed between, like, last week and right now.
Yeah, isn't that true?
It's like so many things. Like, we actually were going to, like, do podcasts and stuff, but that kind of, is impossible now because we're not really allowed to leave our houses. And
Yeah,
but we're still able to do YouTube stuff, which is amazing. That's one thing I love.
it's awesome.
And I'm hopefully you watching have actually enjoyed our stuff on YouTube and maybe even shared the stuff on YouTube. But we just wanted to bring you guys a devotional every morning, which is what we're doing. And Ryan has a really great verse that we wanted to share this morning, and hopefully you'll get some encouragement out of it.
Yeah, so I talked to some of my middle schoolers the other week about this verse, and it comes out of the book of Isaiah. And this verse has been really, really challenging to me. So I want to read it real quick. It says in Isaiah 40, verse 3, it says, "A voice cries in the wilderness, prepare the way of the Lord. Make straight in the desert a highway for our God." And it's really been challenging to me thinking on that verse, like, what am I doing during this time that I'm at home and my schedule is a little more empty and there's more margin? What am I doing to prepare my heart, to prepare a way within me for the Lord?
I love that. That brings me back, honestly, because this whole time of, like, everyone's being forced to just take a step back and just kind of be alone. And with that, I think comes a lot of problems and a lot of sadness because we're not around friends and we're not around our normal communities and groups that we're with. But I think there's actually some pluses to it as well. Like, when I first got out of high school, I got a job working at a nursing home, and I've told some great stories about that in C3 and C4 and House Party, just everywhere. I've told a lot of stories about it. But but one of the things that I started doing is really questioning where I was going with my life. And we probably have a lot of seniors, honestly, right now that are thinking the same thing, maybe juniors as well, that are just questioning what's next. And what I did, I was encouraged to do this, and so I took the advice, and I just unplugged from a lot of things. I stopped watching a lot of shows, and I just said, you know what, I'm just going to go on a technology fast, if you will, or really a media fast, and I started just listening to sermons. And through that,
That's awesome.
It was interesting how my mind was able to kind of unplug from a lot of things that I shouldn't have really been thinking about constantly, but I was. And I was able to actually focus on things that I should be thinking about. And so when you said, like, preparing the way of the Lord, and, like, I think preparing your heart really is an aspect to that. And so if I could give any encouragement or challenge this morning, it would definitely be that this time is a time that you can actually unplug, and there's almost no consequences, right?
There's
you're
no
not
better
gonna,
time to do it.
Right. You're not going to miss out on work for a lot of you. You're not going to miss out on a lot of school just by unplugging. And so if you use this time to leverage, the devos that we're doing on our channel, Jono's devotionals that he's doing on our Instagram, and just start pumping in things into your mind that should be there. I think it'll help us really all to just prepare our hearts, and in doing that, prepare the way of the Lord.
Amen.
I think it'd be cool. And that's actually, to be honest, super convicting for me too. Because this is such an easy time to just binge Netflix and Hulu and whatever it is for you guys, Disney Plus for Ryan.
Yeah, I think if there's one thing I could leave everybody with here this morning is this. I think this is a time in our world that we're either going to get really, really close to God or really, really far away from God. And that's going to be dependent on the decisions we make, how we're preparing our hearts, how we're seeking God. A lot of us aren't going to stay right where we were in our spiritual walk. We're either going to get really close or we're sadly going to fall away a little bit. So this is a good time to make that decision just to seek God.
That's so good. I mean, it's just like any relationship. You know, the things people are struggling with right now is the fact that they can't have their friendships and their relationships lasting as they were. And part of it is, you know, you're going to lose a little bit of community and a little bit of friendship sometimes, and weak friendships might not actually last if there was no substance there. But it's the same with God. Like sometimes we expect our relationship with God to continue just like it always is, and we never even talk to him or try and make it better. That's kind of crazy.
That's good. Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks so much for tuning in this morning and just watching another devotional. We hope you guys are enjoying these. If there's topics that you want us to talk about, or just some sort of verse that you want us to speak on, I can speak for Ryan in saying that we would love to hear those. If you have questions that you want us to answer, we'd love to answer those too. I mean, Ryan, am I leaving anything out?
No, I mean, leave a comment down below, subscribe, text us, find us on Instagram. There's plenty of ways to reach us.
So we love you guys. We're praying for you. We'll see you soon.
Take it easy.